All right, let's start. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good? Great. Okay, so I just want to let you know, we're going to be video today. Let me just close the door for privacy. Okay. Okay, before I start, I'd like to ask everybody first about lifts, okay? Just imagine yourself, let's say you're alone or, with somebody, you're moving a really heavy client, let's say maybe 400, 500 pounds, right? I want you to break into, tell me what could be a problem arise in this situation, okay? We'll just do it 3 minutes, okay? Go pair. What could be a problem when moving heavy clients, using any lifts? Or anything that you learned so far here in this clinical. Okay, go ahead, pair yourself right now.
Okay.
There's 8 of you guys.
Okay,
I'm all alone.
go ahead.
I don't know what it's called. The hook sometimes is stuck.
Okay,
It's hard
well,
to-
we'll go talk about it. Just for now, just pair, drop yourself into 2 for 2-3 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, talk about it, 3 minutes.
So,
So if the client was having what would be a problem? What would be the problem?
yeah.
So first of all, the plant is heavy.
Lift up
Then
because of their weight, also mobility.
Yes.
I think the weight
And the
limit
plant,
you can
That's
have
what,
on
yeah,
they
the
can have any problem.
Yeah.
machine is
And if
like
they're
too,
inline or mobile,
can
then
handle
it's
if
hard
they're
to
like
take
too
care of
heavy.
them. We always need a second person for that.
You know how it's like hard
Yes.
to like hold. It might dig in and if they're a little bit
Yes.
soft. One part of their body might be I don't know if I should say that, but they can't like hold their body for a long time, right? They get like feet and like.
Maybe it's hard for us.
Takes time.
Like our back approaches.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. Okay, so tell me, what could be a problem? Yeah, okay, we'll start with the first group. Yeah, pair.
Yeah, so we can face maybe we can get hurt by like handling the heavy client. If we are like lifting, holding, like to use with a sit to stand lift, especially if we are holding a really heavy client, we can hurt ourselves of the body, right?
Okay.
And then secondly, it's hard for the client to hold for a long time. They can be imbalanced or they can get tired easily. They can't lift their weight for a long time.
Okay, thank you. That's a good example. Next one. Yeah.
Getting the sling onto them or like around them properly. Like say they have really big legs or like a big client, but they also have diabetes, so their legs are also bigger too. That can also pose a little bit of a problem. I also think biomechanics, as
Yes.
Gurjeet said, using sit to stand, it's hard to get them off their bed a little bit. So yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Next one. Yeah.
I guess like again like our body mechanics too, and then maybe like since they're like a bigger person, then there may be like the sling size might not fit them well, and also maybe maybe lifts have different weight limits. There's some like maybe this one is not gonna support their weight if they're much bigger. Then they may need something that's like built into the wall per se,
That's right,
rather
yeah.
than like having it portable.
Yeah, very good. You guys have really good points actually. I'm sure some of you or most of you already taken care of clients who's really heavy, potential for injury and everything like that. And that transitions me to today's, workshop. It's about how would you able to safely transfer the client. But we will be focusing more on this called a Handicare AP450 or 450. This is a detachable ceiling lift because it's not really common in the lower mainland.
Yeah.
Okay? So, but before I start, I'd like to ask, give me the type of lifts that you've learned in this facility or so far.
Sit to
Sit
stand.
to stand.
Sit to stand,
Sitting,
yes.
sitting lift.
Hygiene.
Hygienic, okay, yeah, that's sitting, yeah. What else?
Floor lift.
Floor lift or what? Okay, I want to ask you some medical or maybe a terminology, okay? So what is the other name for sit to stand lift? Medistand, very good, okay? Some, terminology. What about the floor lift?
Hoyer lift or medi lift.
Medilift or Hoyer lift. And then last is the
Mechanical.
ceiling
Ceiling
lift. Yeah. Okay. So very good. Yeah, these are really good points that in terms of the lift that you learned so far. Okay. Like what I said, the goal for today is to make sure you are handling this with safety. Okay. Safety and no or less risk for injury, especially for you and the client. Okay. So what we're gonna do is before I start. Actually, I just want to go over quickly what are the terminology on this Handicare AP450. So first is the motor. So this is the motor. Making sure before you use it, it's very important that it is charged. Okay. Because where can you find the charging station or charging port?
Outside or in the bathroom.
Okay, outside, hallway, the bathroom, yeah, and so on. Okay,
And then we have a little plug that we can plug the back of the
Anywhere.
motor.
very good, very good. Another thing too is making sure that you sanitize it before using it. Okay, of course, when you use this cabbie wipes, you have to use gloves and then hand hygiene after. Okay, I already did, so you're good to go. And of course, this is called the railing. It's like in the train, right? There's a railing track. Okay, it goes towards the bathroom, right? As you can see here, yeah, it goes directly here. If the client needs to go to the toilet. And last but not the least is the sling. You need to make sure it is the right type of sling, okay? That is proper for the client, okay? How long does the client needs this for? Like, in order to send to the wash? Yeah, maybe as needed, yeah. What else?
Limited soil.
Yeah, make it soil, basically. Some facility even their shower time. So just avoid the facility protocol, okay? So before we start, I want you to what do you call this? I need an assistance here. Who wants to volunteer for transfer? Okay, very good. Yeah, and then of course the rest is gonna be spectator. Okay. All right. So you'll be the client here. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. So you start from. So what we're gonna do today is gonna transfer John. Thank you. From bed to the wheelchair. Okay. As you can see.
Don't sleep.
Okay. No sleeping. All
Very
right.
comfortable.
Okay. So.
I'm gonna do one and get one.
So now I'm going to discuss about the step-by-step process. You already know, of course. The most important first step is to check if it's working. Any lifts, okay, always check. Sit to stand, but again, we're gonna focus on Handicare AP450. How do I know that? So first of all, do I need to use gloves? If these are clean? No need to, right? Okay, good. So now, there's the button here. As you can see here, yeah. Turn it on when you hear the clicking sound. Okay. So to test it, okay, make sure it's not coiled up. Okay. So you're going to test it. So I'm just gonna teach you. First, to get more of it is to organize it first, of course. Just making sure. Okay. To have a good body mechanics, you have to press. What happened here? Hang on. Let's try again. So if you press up, it goes down. The goal is to hang it there, right? You press down. So while pulling it, without tension, it's not gonna go. And in that way, you don't need to lift it. Because when you lift, your back is gonna be strained, right? So just gonna keep going. That's the thing about here, making sure that it's straight, right? I'm just gonna declutter here. Again, there's different types of sling that we're gonna use, but we're gonna use is what's called hygienic. Okay, for transferring for toilet and etc. All right, so now maybe I might have, see this, it's easy for me, right, to connect, right? And now it's loose, so my goal is to tighten up. So I don't even need to lift it, no effort. See, so I'm pressing up button, okay, to get more of this rope. As you can see here, see, as you can see, right, it's all here. You can just apply tension, fill it up so it goes up. Now it's okay now, right? I don't need to lift it. It's good for my back, right? Okay, so now it is ready. I just want to make sure it's ready, right? So I'm just gonna put it down a bit more. And the next one, what's the next step? Guess what?
Just playing
Right,
check
this
this.
Check the sling. Okay, let me just put it down because I want more so that it's safer. Okay, check the sling. Check if it's the right size for the client. Yeah. And it looks like medium. Yeah, should be good. And also my technique, I'm gonna use the technique, the C-shape technique that I taught you guys the other day. Fold it like a book, and it has to be facing this way, okay? But before that, of course, I'm gonna make sure, talk to the client, right? John, we're gonna transfer you from bed to the wheelchair, okay? Okay. John doesn't need to act like agitated, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it make things easier. There's two ways you can put. It should be under the head, or which I'm gonna show you the technique. Right now, maybe a little bit more because it has to be good body mechanics. Dessa is very tall. As someone said, she's gonna go for Hollywood. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry John, we're just gonna trip you a bit. Can you turn on your right side? John is very independent. I love it. Yeah? Do you wish that all your clients are independent? Yeah.
Sorry?
Okay. So this is the C shape. This is the C shape, this is the L shape, right? All you gotta do is fold it like a book. This aligns with John's buttocks area. And you don't even need to tuck it in, okay? And then you just go like this, like all together, and then roll it, okay? All right? Actually, I shouldn't tuck it in, but anyway, yeah, no need to tuck it in. Okay, John, turn on my side, you will feel a bump. Yeah, that's fast, yeah, good. Okay, done, yeah. We'll fix it. Did you notice that I didn't even need to tuck it in and it's like more on the side a bit, right? Usually we are lacking it. John, I'm going to put this on your leg. It's also good to explain all the procedure. The client, okay? Okay. Okay. Just make sure it's under the breast or make sure it's tight. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't work that way, you know, depending upon. Oh my gosh, see? Let's make sure it's tight first. Can you do it on your side, please? Yeah. Turn it up. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Good job. So it'd be under the armpit, right? Okay. So since John's gonna go to the toilet or wheelchair, sorry, should we cross it or no?
For the wheelchair, yes.
Cross. Okay. Wheelchair cross,
Toilet,
but
no.
toilet no. Okay, because of course of the brief and everything for changing. Okay, so you guys already done that. Okay, make sure it's all intact. Make sure the wheelchair is ready and ready to roll.
Not sure if the wheelchair.
So what should I do now?
Position the wheelchair.
How about this?
Double check, maybe it's like.
Which one should I press? Up or down?
Down.
Down, right? Uh-oh. There. And applying tension, right? Always tension. See, if I don't apply, it's not gonna work. Down, okay? Because you want more, right? A little bit more. Okay. So actually, sorry, it should be up. My bad. It should be up because you don't want more. You want this hanging, okay? So up, okay? Not down. Making sure this is straight. See, it's hanging. Okay. Watch out not to swing the client's head, okay? That's the client's head. Otherwise,
So
you're gonna be in big trouble.
you need to
Anything else?
move
Oh, very good. Move it.
and position the chair.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. In the bag. Yeah. Move this one
We need
here.
to position the chair
Okay.
under
Okay. Very good.
the railing.
Railing, right?
Yeah.
You can either do it here or you can
No.
do it the
No,
other
No, the
way.
other way.
Yeah.
Like here.
Yeah.
It's like this.
yes.
Then you have to open the door first.
No,
It's
we
okay.
can
We'll just
transfer
get a
the
wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
Okay. All right. So before we transfer, I'll put the sling. So sitting position. What should we put?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Yellow. Yellow. So tight. Okay. Top is tight. And then loose.
Blue.
Okay. Blue. Okay. All right. All right. So now we're gonna put it up. John just gonna put it up, okay? So we align it there, all good. Yeah, making sure, just up, hold here in the sling, yeah. Make sure the armpit is out.
Dessa, watch your hand. Dessa, watch your
And
hand.
watch your head, Dessa, you're very tall. Yeah, we don't want any bumps, especially you're gonna have audition to the Hollywood. Okay. So see, it's sitting, right? Another thing too is like this. Any ceiling lift, you have to tug it in if it's safe, okay? There are incidents in the past that there's like this one snap. Okay, so always make sure before you transfer. Safety, okay? Here you go, Dessa. Now what's next?
Shoes.
Shoes? We can do it in the wheelchair, okay? For now.
Watch the feet.
Watch the feet, also the railing, right? Oh, stop.
Yes, and I
There
talk about-
you go. Okay. So now, making sure everything's here. Okay. You can put it down.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Now safely transferred, okay? And of course, we're gonna remove everything, okay? And then we're gonna remove this. Okay, so let's remove it. Thank you, John. Okay. 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 Okay, oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Yep, we're gonna remove it. Thank you. Okay, and then the patient is ready. Okay. Any questions so far? All right, problem solving. All right. So what are you gonna do next if the lift is hanging like this?
We will remove the client.
Okay, remove the client first. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was fall. See. Okay. So let's move the client here for now. Okay. Let's say. See? Okay. So just go around there. Okay. Then we put the socks and the shoes and everything. Okay. Very independent client.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what should we do next? Oops.
Remove and clean.
Okay.
We will remove and
Okay.
clean.
Okay. So how do you remove it? Which one to press?
To go down.
To get more down
Yeah.
and tension, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
Good.
Tension? More? Okay. You wanna try? Just feel it. Yeah. Just feel the tension down. Okay, good. Okay. That's good. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Maybe more?
Yeah.
More tension.
I think Dessa can do it. She's very tall. Oh, okay. A little bit more tension.
A little bit more
Exactly.
tension.
Little bit more.
Down. So down like that. Oh, you want to do it? Yeah. Here it is. Oh, okay. She made it. Okay. Very good. Okay, another problem solving here is, what would you do? Okay. Let's say, okay, let me just, I'm gonna ask you a really interesting question here. Let's say, okay, I don't need to put the patient there. Just imagine, okay, John is here, okay? And then suddenly this stopped working. What would you do?
Lie down the patient back.
Okay? Let's say John is around here. Sorry, John. What would you do? Okay, let's remove this one.
The John is here. We can still move the John because that is working. The top one is working. We still put him on the bed or the safe lighting, so he should not. Even if he falls, he will be on the bed.
Yeah, we can move the sling, right?
Sling.
Just like push the, or like the machine
Okay,
back.
good,
to
very
the
good.
bed.
Anything else? What would you do?
If I get stuck,
Yeah, you get stuck here.
isn't there always an emergency
Let's see.
mechanism?
Let's see if there is an emergency. There is a button here, down, but it's not gonna work. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think there is here. See, when it's something wrong. I would say this one, the red one, but because I turned it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say it's something like that. There's a red button here.
Mhm.
That's for emergency. See? Emergency down. It even states here. Very good. See, it says here, emergency down. Okay, this one, the red button, in case.
Yeah.
Because in the future, you might wonder, right? What if? Okay. Yeah. Key takeaways here. What did you learn so far?
It's client safe. We have to take care of client safety as well as our safety.
Thank you. And how?
So we have to maintain the proper body mechanics.
Yep.
Secondly, we need to see our environment is clear of any clutters, so
Okay.
that we can transfer the client safely to the wherever we want.
Okay. Anything else here?
There are different types of ceiling lifts.
Yes. Different type ceiling lift. And your duty is to?
Check which one works.
Check the,
Yeah. And get familiarized.
Right, yeah.
Okay. When you go out there, you won't have the same ceiling lift as you learn here. So try to familiarize. If you're not comfortable, you don't
Don't do it.
do it.
Ask for training.
Very good. Okay. Any other key takeaway here that you want to?
I think
Did you learn?
ceiling lift is always two person.
Two people in the lift. Okay. Especially ceiling lift,
Mhm.
mechanical. Okay. Because you don't know what can happen, right? At least you have a witness if there's a fall incident or anything like that. Anything else that you learned?
If the client's toileting, never leave the client alone. You have to be around to check the client. Right? Even though you're
Exactly.
two people, one have to stay with the client the whole time.
Very good. Okay, one has to stay for the whole time. Safety issue. Imagine you leave the client here in the bathroom hanging. Okay. Another question here. So, how do we position the sling? Is it gonna be cross or open when you're transferring to the bathroom?
Open.
Open.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Anyone key takeaway before we end? So, any question? That's all. Yeah. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for attending. Hope you learn a lot
Yes.
and can apply it, for your future. Thank you. Okay. Thanks so much.